Yo, 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 I'm back. Alright, we left off the last video where we were about to play in the semifinals of the playoffs. I don't know who we're playing. Alright, we're about to find out. Like I said, this is my first year on the field with the Clemson Tigers. We playing Florida for real. That's who I picked the last time. Let's make sure we can get this money, you dig? I need to start in position. I need to look good for the draft, so I got to do something. Alright, we got focus. I don't want to play the whole game. I just want to play my quarterback. I don't want to play everybody else. I don't care what everybody else does.
Here we go, the first snap of his
I got my dog, Lord Gamble.
Has it 1st and 10. They begin with Henry.
We're going to do no huddle on Florida. We're going to run no huddles on Florida.
Back in the college football playoff for the 4th consecutive year.
Let's go.
Champions in the 2016
Make a champion out of these boys, you dig? Make a champion out of these boys, you dig? Oh, I'm going to throw it away. Yeah, I'm getting benched.
I think that's an example.
I'm going to get
speed
benched.
is different than in practice, because in practice, you
God dang it, Bobby.
Speed. A lot of guys in shorts coming your way, so it's going to be a big key to see how he adjusts.
All right, we're going to try to roll this screen on him. Oh, no.
We got to get rid of the football.
And think about it, Charles, that's the first time he's hit the ground with a sack since his high school days. He played in a couple spring games, but those were non-contact for the quarterback.
Yeah, they're wearing a different color jersey. No one hits the QB, even in the spring game.
I'm going. It's a championship, baby. Let's go. It's a championship.
15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Looking to throw.
Ooh, that was stupid.
A surprising move here on the opening
That was
drive of the
stupid.
game.
I tried to catch him off guard.
Dang.
Dang.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory.
Be a quarterback.
You think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and normally we focus
on
the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
On who?
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense.
Oh, come on.
You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here?
I'm going to play this whole game, too. I ain't.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Dang it.
Get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Thank you. I'm on number 52. What are you doing way downfield?
So
cheating, guys.
Accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Show the blitz. I know we're going to blitz. Show it.
On the ground, it's Clemson.
Oh, good Jew. Dang. And I had that whole cover.
Take it down inside the 10. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards. And it's
I need you to step it up.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Right.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's Reddick.
Got it.
Going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation, because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
Let's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Still got him, baby. Still got him.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Still got him.
On the 3rd down throw, and that leads to a
Still got him, baby.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play, because you get the completion, or what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
We gotta get back up.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better.
There we go. Patiently waiting, baby. Patiently waiting.
On 4th down when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up.
There we go.
3, and that's exactly
what I think that factored. There he goes, left side. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. Jackson
celebrate.
48 yards. And Clemson has taken the lead.
Let's go.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been
one touchdown in, baby.
On that one because those types of plays when they
result
like
route.
that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh,
right
off he goes.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing
what
away.
To do with your boy in the dig.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 20.
Man, you can't see him until I get the ball. Good
5-yard line. The Gators about set to take over again on offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you've met fan bases that wanted that. We're happy with that field goal.
I've met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end.
Come on, baby. That middle cover.
Extra point. That's it.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. For the Gators, they are in search of their 4th national title in school history. They lifted the trophy for the first time back in '96.
Got him. On who? Holding.
Pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags.
Oh,
my God. I believe this is going to be a first down.
Show me the replay.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
This will be a carry for Clements. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
Now Reddick. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. They'll run with Clements.
Oh, we hit. Oh, we hitting, big boy. We hitting.
It also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. As they got it 2nd and 7. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. Reddick sets to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Back to throw. That's caught right by Jennings. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
I'm not gonna lie, I ain't heard about nobody else.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Don't get that.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Clemson offense here set to take over. But Charles, so much of this offense the last few years centering around the combination of Marcus Washington and Isaiah Streets. Streets saying Washington's like a second brother to him. And, of course, many know the story of Isaiah's older brother, Ezekiel. Tremendous athlete in his own right, but lost too soon to leukemia a year ago next week at the age of 20.
And that is really a gut-wrenching story, as you know. And you look back at their high school days right here in Texas, just outside of Houston. Zeke was the star quarterback.
Oh, come on,
58,000 passing yards. Isaiah, a year younger, he was the receiver. The two of them told recruiters, you know we're a package deal, so if you're coming to get us, you're getting both of us. And Zeke actually recruited by both of these teams playing here tonight.
And the two had dreams of playing for a national championship together, and now Isaiah with a chance to fulfill at least part of that dream. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pull that safety, baby. Pull that safety out. I just learned that too.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Hold that button for that jump pass.
They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
And their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out.
Let's see what this linebacker on the outside do to the right. Let's show him hit the running back.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Goes underneath for Henry.
You got to stiff arm him.
No gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
I'm going to try to get that running back. That cornerback take trying, I'm going deep. If you take trying, I'm going deep.
They'll drop the throw.
I'll take it.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this inside.
If he would have taken trying, I was going deep, baby.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So much made about the fact that we've got a quarterback who's never seen the field in a college football game. But you go back to his high school days, he's played in front of crowds. Maybe not quite this size, but it wasn't abnormal for them to have 15,000, 20,000 people in the stands at his high school games. And the numbers from his senior year as a prepster, impressive. Led his team to a 14-0 record. Threw for close to 4,700 yards, 37 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions. And he also chipped in 11 rushing touchdowns to boot. So it's not as if this guy doesn't know what he's doing out there under center. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side.
I was going that way, guys. I didn't think I was going that way.
In for a Clemson touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And Clemson tacks onto their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting ready for their next possession, this Florida Gator offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Ooh, too many legs.
You'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
What was the guy named that told me to give him that rock?
The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Oh, wide open is Streets. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
The key to that is making that running back go out and run a little slant route so you can pull that linebacker up and just sitting out there.
Well, I tell you what, that doesn't look like the throw of a guy who's never played college football. And yeah, you think about it, part of the reason you have to remember, he's run the scout team in practice for 4 years, and that scout team has had to go up against their own first stringers on the defensive side, so he has practiced for all 4 of those years against one of the best defenses in the country. He seems to be ready for this opportunity.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver.
Come on, dude.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Now back to throw. Oh, battle for here, and this will be caught. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 now for Clemson.
I clear both of these linebackers to the right out here.
They'll look to throw here. Out to the right, this one pulled in by Streets. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Something about 6'6", let's do a lot.
2nd and 1. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll throw now on the final play. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. DeMarcus Sewell.
Why they taught me that live pass? He's 6'6", man. You too little, guys.
Clemson tacks on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen.
Oh, that's too easy. That's too easy. They should have taught me that live.
Just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The extra point up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Clemson
got
back
them little
out there to
DBs
kick
back
this
there.
thing away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final
take
play
that
of
and
the
go to the
first
locker
half,
room.
barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final second ticks
Just
by,
take that
and
knee,
that's gonna do
go to the
it
locker
for the
room, and
first half
regroup.
of play. Clemson fans saying Marcus
This old Gamble
it's
looking like
been
a
all
star.
Tigers here as we reach halftime at Arlington.
Looking like a star. And some media come talk to me. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
There we go.
Just checking in with you. What do you feel about the first half?
Team effort.
That's how we're playing. Let's go. We had a great first half. We keep doing what we're doing, we might win this thing. There's a lot of we's in that sentence. It's a good thing to recognize your teammates, but you remember you're leading the charge tonight.
Man, you
right?
ain't Dabo,
So get out
baby.
there and let's put this thing away.
You ain't Dabo, sweetie.
Second half. Let's go.
Man, I don't know how I feel about it.
Hey.
Man, come on, coaches. Y'all gotta get off me, dog.
Really good
Get
job out
off
there in
me.
the first half. I should have trusted you more. That's on me.
I'm gonna let it go.
I'm over it. All that matters is the win. All right. Can you handle it if I open up the playbook a little bit in the second half? Let's do it.
Still don't like it. You can bring a 5-star in if you got a 10-star on your team. You gonna bring a 5-star in when you got a 10-star.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup from Arlington. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
One running back, one tight end, 3 wide receivers.
The Gators about set to take over again on offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
Because the Blues are lurking.
That it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there, but this is I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too.
You best
They're
believe
scripting
I'm
something
coming.
that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard game?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here.
Wrap him up.
To his tight end. Just a 5-yard
Wrap him up.
and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost
Well, what
like
the coach
a
got to say now? We're going to open
situation,
the
wasn't it?
playbook.
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that
That's
big
wrong.
frame.
What you
Hope
doing,
he can
dude?
scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, we coming out swinging. You know what? This ain't gonna be expecting me.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And offensively here, you wouldn't know it by looking at it that Marcus Washington is not in the game.
That thought that maybe they would simplify the
Thank
game.
you.
Forget it.
Oh,
Yeah, forget it is
I
right.
feel it.
True that he doesn't have the game reps, but he definitely knows the plays. He's run them for 4
There we
years,
go.
totally familiar with this offense, and now he's executing. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a whole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that.
There we
first
go.
down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
There we go,
Fortunately
baby.
for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No,
There we go.
picket fence in front of him.
Come on, they told,
No
man.
room to find.
Come on,
Get
they
upfield.
told.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
He continues to make plays, and he looks terrific out there right now. But what I've really liked, the way he's controlled this huddle, playing with a lot of confidence, and that confidence has been transmitted to the rest of the team.
Clemson now with a 1st and 10.
Double time. Hey. We got three down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right.
I need my quarterback to shine, baby.
He's got the first down and
shine.
past midfield.
Shine, baby.
Bounce on the other side of midfield at the 45. But coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
What was the receiver doing? He just freaking let him drop his block and
they're trying to show he can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and
stop my brother.
On 2nd down now.
Look at him.
It's Henry, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Move the ball for my brother.
1st down.
No, you ain't get the ball.
No, you got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team.
Never
right
touch
now.
the ball.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
I didn't even mean to do that.
Oh, you saw that one.
I didn't
It's
mean to do that.
intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 19. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They start the drive with Jennings. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Might as well cancel Christmas on
That's
that
going to
one,
go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Force his quarterback to
Well, you
the
had to
ball.
punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Gotta get the yards back.
The Clemson offense here set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Got him.
Slant caught by Streets.
I need them yards back.
He's at the 40.
I need them yards
10.
back,
And
guys.
we'll take this in for a
I
Clemson
need
touchdown.
them yards back, guys.
Well, when we were setting up and
You
going
straight up
over a
cancel
run
Christmas
through
if you think I
early
was
this
about to run
afternoon,
that.
and I'm talking 6 hours before kickoff, we saw Isaiah Streets out there alone with just his young quarterback and center going through all sorts of different routes, making sure that they had everything ironed out, and it pays off there on the touchdown throw.
Get the ball from my brother.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting ready for their next possession, this Florida Gator offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10, Florida. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
Oh, I think my quarterback earned the right
so far.
Earned the right to be drafted first now.
Having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage.
Earned the right to be drafted.
It's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Ready. Cut.
You gonna catch me slipping?
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
That. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Watt.
Yes.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Looking to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
My quarterback
Again,
ain't
the
the only one
underlying
eating.
story
Everybody
here,
eating.
no snaps in 4 years. And it seems kind of hard to believe. You almost wonder if there's some type of lingering animosity between quarterback and coach, because there certainly have been a few of those 56-7 type games over the last few years, but much like the Patriots in the NFL, where you see Tom Brady take almost every snap, even at his age, that was the case with Marcus Washington.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Simpson, it's on you. Let's get this linebacker to follow Henry.
That one looks
So
like
you
he'll
sent
throw
him.
here.
And that's
To the
my
end zone, but it's
overthrow
incomplete.
again.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
Dude, you got to take that hit and catch that.
On that one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest.
We ain't gonna be greedy.
Settle down over there. So all in all,
We ain't gonna be
that's a good
greedy.
drive.
The Gators about set to take over again on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares?"
I was about to get him.
And do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Reddick sets to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I wonder if he's
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Reddick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards that time. Now Reddick over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip
I
on
do
that
like
one.
an NFL
Just a
player,
little bit more
so I'm pretty
finesse
sure
trying to
he'll
get it
get
to his
drafted.
back.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Damn, should have cut him
And he's
off.
got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
We got that dub, baby.
It's a pickup
We got
of
that
17
dub.
and a 1st down.
Dub or W?
He'll look to throw.
Got that W.
The goal for any offense versus his own
That's what I'm
defense,
gonna ride about.
find the holes where guys are available.
We got that dub, baby. We got that dub.
Well, they're perfectly executed.
Let that sink in. We
They will
got
get
that
7 on their 1st
dub.
down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3.
Oh, he had him.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
He had the guy in
And
there.
here he'll get it down to the 7.
He ain't got the miles like Lord Gamble, baby. Lord Gamble.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Gators now with a 1st and goal.
I'm blitzing. I don't care.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught.
Come on, defense.
Touchdown, Florida. A
That was my
7-yard
bad.
touchdown grab. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well.
As y'all can see,
in effect.
I got that dub.
And that will shave one more.
I got looking like an
Here's
NFL
Florida now after the
number 1
touchdown, back out
quarterback,
to
number
kick
1
it off.
draft pick probably. Sat on the bench for 4 years at Clemson. Now they put me in and look at the chance that I'm winning a national championship in the dig.
The 27-yard line.
Then we're going to try. Man, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go get a touchdown.
For another drive, and it's starting to
Bump it. Let's go get it. Simpson, let's go into you. Let's go get a touchdown.
As they start here 1st and 10.
That was stupid.
A pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling.
You know what? Y'all want to play way back there? Let me get my dude. I run a little screen pass to get my dude some good yards.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Get him some good yards. Y'all want to play deep?
2nd and 10.
Get my guy some yards. My quarterback some yards. That counts as a pass. We got that dub. We got that dub. We got that dub. You ain't Dabo, baby. I ain't dapping you up. You ain't Dabo. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You ain't Dabo, baby. He ain't Dabo, man. We going to the ship, baby. Going to that ship. All right, y'all see I got that dub. Stay tuned for that next dub. Win that championship, and I'm going to get drafted, guys. In the dig. Lord Gamble out here. Let me see them stats real quick before I call it. Let me see them stats. Let me see them stats. What you got to say,
I'm really
Coach?
Proud of you.
Thank you,
sir.
How's a gutsy performance out there tonight? You took us to a national championship when nobody, and I mean nobody, expected you to. And for what it's worth, I'm really glad you stayed 4 years ago.
Thanks, Coach.
We ain't hearing that.
Thank you.
We ain't hearing that.
Yeah, baby, we going to the chip. Woo. One more game, baby.
We got this, man.
Oh, yeah. Football's my life, man. But you got to stay grounded in what's important. So I got a little support.
All right. That's it. That's a whole game. Damn, I played that whole game. Dude, I'm gonna start editing these videos, but I want my whole. I want to play the whole game on my player. You under dig until I get to the NFL, and hopefully I don't have to play defense. I don't like defense. I'm an offensive player. But that's the end of this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you can, break your fingers smashing it. Cut on your notifications so you'll know when I drop a video. I'm gonna start back posting on the YouTube. 24/7, 24/6, 24/5, you know, dig. That's just how it's gonna go. Make sure you break your finger smash and that